Welcome everyone to this explainer. Look, if you're planning a trip to the Ichikawa City Zoological and Botanical Garden soon, we really need to talk. There are some major, kind of unavoidable changes happening, and today we're going to break down exactly what's going on, when it's happening, and most importantly, why. So let's just dive right in. So picture this, right? You've got your whole day planned out, you navigate the park, you walk up to one of the most popular exhibits, and bam! It's completely blocked off by construction barriers. And immediately, you're hit with that exact burning question. Why can't I see the monkeys? It's super frustrating if you aren't prepared for it. But actually, there is a very specific, carefully documented reason for this. Section 1, the Monkey Mountain closure. Let's look at the official zoo notice. Okay, so looking at the official zoo calendar, and this was updated recently on August 5th, 2026, you can immediately see the scale of this project. There's this massive block of pink highlighting on the schedule, and the zoo is stating loud and clear, the Monkey Mountain is closed due to construction. They aren't trying to hide it, they're putting it front and center so nobody is caught off guard. And if you actually count the days in that pink block, you get 18. Exactly 18 consecutive days in September where the Monkey Mountain is strictly off limits. I mean, 18 days. That is nearly 3 full weeks for a major exhibit to be completely shut down like that. Which, of course, naturally brings us to the real mystery here. Section 2, why is it closed? Let's take a peek behind those barriers. The answer to why Monkey Mountain is closed actually comes straight from the zoo's official communications. According to a translated post from the @Ichikawa Zoo X account, this construction work is dedicated to, quote, installing sunshades and other facilities. So honestly, while a closed exhibit kind of puts a damper on weekend plans, it's actually a highly positive infrastructure upgrade. It's all designed entirely for the benefit of the animals. To be a bit more specific, the zoo is actively installing and repairing sunshades, along with other structural stuff right inside the Monkey Mountain habitat. This isn't just, slapping on a fresh coat of paint. It's absolutely essential work to improve the monkeys' daily living conditions. They're literally building them a better, more comfortable home. Section 3, the construction timeline. Here is when you should actually plan to visit. Let's walk through the schedule step by step. The viewing restrictions officially kick off on Tuesday, September 1st. And that pink construction block? It runs all the way through to Friday, September 18th, which is their expected completion date. But, and this is a huge but, they've included a caveat. The exact closure period is highly subject to change, depending strictly on how the construction progress actually goes. Oh, and hold on, there's another logistical layer here we have to pull from that calendar. Totally separate from the Monkey Mountain situation, you've got to watch out for regular zoo closures. You'll see these bright red zoo closed tags generally falling on Mondays. Plus, there are a couple of very specific dates to look out for. Thursday, September 24th and Tuesday, October 13th, where the entire zoo is closed. Imagine waiting out the monkey construction only to show up to locked gates. Section 4, beware of the typhoons, because weather changes everything. Right, so in an ideal picture-perfect scenario, the construction wraps up and Monkey Mountain opens back up right after September 18th. But we really have to consider the typhoon scenario. The zoo's calendar has this huge yellow highlighted section stretching into late September and October with a very clear, explicit warning. It basically says if construction is delayed due to typhoons or really any other reasons, the Monkey Mountain stays closed. They're telling us upfront that severe weather could totally derail the schedule. Section 5, staying updated. Always check official sources. The good news? The zoo is actually incredibly proactive about keeping people in the loop. In that same X post, they made a clear promise to the public. We will update the information as needed. Since everything is so dependent on the weather and the construction pace, monitoring their official updates is going to be your absolute best tool for planning a successful trip. So let's bring this all together. The core takeaways are: 1. The planned closure is strictly from September 1st to September 18th. 2. The why. They're installing sunshades and fixing up facilities to give the monkeys a better home. And 3, the big warning, typhoons or other delays could easily push this closure into late September or even October. You've got all the hard facts right in front of you now. Which kind of leaves us with one final thought. We know the plan, we know it's great for the monkeys, but we also know the risks are definitely there. So, will a typhoon delay your next zoo trip? Nature might just have the final say on when Monkey Mountain reopens. Stay flexible, keep checking those updates, and thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. See you next time.